Do you know how hard it is to be a sprinter? These guys are running full speed. Some people watching this video right now gonna pull a hammy, sprint it to the fridge. But Sha Carri Richardson is doing it for 100 meters. That's basically an entire football field. You'll see football players have big runs and collapse at the end.
3rd down and 4 for Vince Young at the 11. They're 2 of 9 on conversions. Here's the handoff to Chris Johnson. Johnson hurdling. Watch out! Johnson again puts it back. Touchdown, Tennessee! Woo! And Chris Johnson is tired. He should be.
And that's a big run. It's a rare thing, and it's a big deal. For Sha Carri Richardson, it's routine. And she runs 100 meters at the meet.
Lane 7, third from the left of your screen is Sha Carri Richardson as she builds to speed. And what is that time going to be? Sha Carri Richardson, 10:74, 10:78 this time. She wins here at the Golden Games in Mount Sac.
I know in practice, she's running 150 meters, 200 meters plus. And when a sprinter practices these runs, they got to keep good form even though they dead tired. And they take their tired asses to the weight room after. And at the end of the day, they crawl back into their bed. They crawl back to their rooms and lay in bed where their bodies can feel like old people's. Do you know why sprinters retire? You know how they retire? Let me tell you. They retire because the training they're doing is so vigorous. The body just giving and say, okay, that's enough. Not because they old. Oh, and they eat like a rabbit, so they don't get too muscular and big. So they continue this torturous cycle for years. For this one event. I mean, there are other events in track and field, but the Olympics reign supreme. And for a little bit of weed, no more Olympics? That's what you're getting all excited about.
Stay off the damn weed.
No. Why don't you calm down? Now, all these people I've been seeing saying, oh, rules are rules. She should have known better. F your rules. See, people like you always go around talking about, well, I know it's a dumb rule, but rules are rules. Or why these dumb rules continue to persist. Because you guys don't want to do anything about it. You rather just sit. What you're trying to do is tell other people, I know I follow dumbass rules every day of my life, so I want you to be as weak and as spineless as I am and just comply. And nothing ever changes, and everything stays the same forever and ever and ever because of people like you. Now, IOC, since you guys are all about trying to do the right thing, right? What about Mayweather? Did you give him his medal back? That was taken from him? That was robbed from him?
That should have never happened. May 2nd, he should have a gold medal hanging in his corner, but he didn't get her, did he? Someone took that from him. And that's why I resigned.
Bill Wackerly spent 15 years working with the International Boxing Association. He witnessed many questionable and controversial decisions, but none worse than what he saw that night in Atlanta. Wackerly resigned immediately after Mayweather's loss and retired to his native South Dakota.
At the final score, if anybody with one eye and 90 years old can tell me that Floyd Mayweather didn't score at least 40 blows in those 3 rounds, Floyd Mayweather won that bout. He won every round. And I said, with all due respect, I will not be involved in an organization that cheats young men out of their right to have a gold medal. And there's my resignation.
What about Roy Jones Jr.? Did you give him his medal back?
Park knows he didn't deserve the home victory handed to him at the expense of the USA's Jones in Seoul 32 years ago. Everyone does. The judging in South Korea has been described as the biggest scandal in Olympic boxing history. Just look at the numbers. Jones outlanded the Korean 86-32, more than doubling his punch stats. And by the end of the 3 rounds, Park had been lucky to receive only the 1 standing 8 count. No one watching could have scored it to anyone but Jones. But somehow, 3 of the 5-man judging panel did, and it was a joke. When the decision was announced, Park, like everyone watching, knew Jones had won, and he lifted him into the air to show exactly that. And to reiterate the truth, Park raised his American opponent's hand in victory at the medal ceremony. In a move that reeks of boxing politics, the IOC refused to overturn the decision while simultaneously banning for life 2 of the judges and updating the scoring system.
What about the U.S.? With that Olympics that Roy Jones Jr. was in, they finished 1 gold medal away from total country gold medal. They finished one gold medal away from second place. Did you ever make them whole again? No, you didn't. IOC. Actually, not just the IOC, all of these sport organizations. I do not come for you for morality. That's my job. LMC, Lexus Moral Compass. I don't come to you for morality. In fact, nobody does. We come to see the athletes perform. And actually, this reminds me, let me jump to another league real quick. NFL. You and the IOC must have read the same book. Now, NFL, remember concussion? Remember CTE? But you see, when you look into that stuff, there's nobody more immoral than you guys. Running around getting doctors that aren't even specialized in neurology, trying to claim that all this helmet-to-helmet contact that goes on for years and years, that doesn't cause brain damage. And you ask the NFL, who told you that? Well, our rheumatologist, don't you know? You mean the guy that specializes in knee pain? Yep. And when a physician actually shows up that's qualified, actually more than qualified to speak on the topic, Dr. Bennett Amalu, he's trying to tell you, look, all this helmet-to-helmet contact, there's some serious repercussions for the brain. You tell him, oh, get away from here, you stupid African. You guys are immoral as hell. That's why when I see them try to hand off punishments for what some players do off the field, I think to myself, what the hell are they doing? That's like the devil telling me I should do XYZ so I don't piss off God. Be gone, Satan. It should be the justice system that should be dealing with the off the field. And if the people feel like the justice system isn't doing its job, they need to take it up with the justice system. These sports leagues are going too far. Are you guys the NSA and Big Brother all rolled up into one? Or are you a sports league? You're a sports league, so stay that way. And what I believe should happen, I think the athletes and the viewers should come together and say, you know what? I ain't participating and I ain't watching. So you end this dumb crap of over surveillance and digging into everything going on in people's lives. If it's personal, if it's performance enhancing drugs, I understand. But it's just some marijuana. I know plenty of people who smoke marijuana. They ain't running fast. Not helping them one bit. Calm down with this. Control stuff. And give the people what they want. Watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen. You're going to have the person who comes in first place working 4 years for that. But what's going to happen is she's not really going to win gold. She'll receive a gold medal. But the people are going to say, well, you didn't beat Sha'cari, whoever that number 2 is. So instead of having her medal, she will get a medal with an asterisk on it. And personally, I'd rather a silver than a gold with an asterisk.
I always think about the moment when they announced the decision and ask myself, what if my hands were never raised? If my hands were never raised, I would have lived a better life. A gold medal is important, but isn't any Olympic medal satisfying and glorious? My hands were raised against my will, and my life has been gloomy ever since that moment. That trauma is still lingering within me.
He agrees with me. I can't believe that they're robbing the people of this. People want to see the best, but the best can't be seen because of some weed. It's ridiculous. And I hope the ratings plunge. I give so little of a damn about weed. I don't care if she lit up right at the track, right before they said, ready, set, go, and they shot the gun. She's lighting up right there.